Hey, Coach Drew here again. Today I wanted to dispel some myths for you. This is real estate market mythbusters, okay? There's a lot of stuff that you're probably hearing in the media about the real estate market right now that is flat out wrong. It just isn't. It just isn't so. So let's start with there's a wave of foreclosures. That's just not true. People are looking at the data and they're seeing that there are more foreclosures this year than last year. And they're like, oh, it's a wave of foreclosures. Unfortunately, when people look at data, a lot of times they don't know how to put that data in context. And unfortunately, that extends to journalists. So yes, we have a lot more foreclosures this month over year, than we had November of last year or December of last year. That's true. Because there was a foreclosure moratorium last year, there were essentially no foreclosures. When you look at the actual foreclosure rate compared to the last normal year, which is 2019, foreclosure rates are actually down. So don't panic that the market is going to explode like it did in 2007, 2008. That is not even close to what's going on. We have actually a fairly low foreclosure rate and no signs really that it's going to get any worse. They're just the markers of a big foreclosure wave are not there. We are not having a big foreclosure wave. So when you hear that, just know that what's going on there is someone is failing to put the data in context. And the context is we have fewer foreclosures, a lower foreclosure rate now than we had in 2019. So that's number one. Number two, and I've seen this said by people online, talking as if they're some sort of authority. They say interest rates aren't going to go up. That is absolutely wrong. Interest rates are going to go up. We know because the people in charge of raising them have told us they're going to go up, and because the reason they raise interest rates is to slow down inflation. And if you've been out buying things lately, you know inflation is a concern. Inflation is going to have to be slowed down. Rates are going to have to go up, which means you're going to be able to finance less home in the future. You'll get less home for your money because the interest rates are going to be higher. So if you're thinking about buying, don't think that this interest rate environment we're in is forever, because it's not. As early as next spring, rates will go up and you'll be able to do less house. The last one is that we're in a bubble. I cannot believe people are still saying we're in a housing bubble. I don't know how many times we have to debunk this myth. But if you're sitting around waiting for housing prices to crash to go and buy a home, you could be waiting another 100 years. It just isn't going to happen. We know that housing rates are going to continue to appreciate through at least 2026. All the market data is there. We're not in a bubble, we're in a supply shortage. A bubble is when prices are overinflated. What we have is a supply shortage. We simply have more people trying to purchase homes than we have homes available for them to purchase. So even with buyers leaving the market out of frustration, which has happened, there are still more buyers for every home there's still multiple buyers for every home. So there's still more buyers than there are homes for sale. So we're not in a bubble. We're in a supply shortage, and it's going to take several years to build enough housing to close that gap. So interest rates are going up. There's not a wave of foreclosures, and this is not a bubble. All of that means if you want to buy a house, now is the best opportunity you're going to have for the next couple of years at least. So, thanks for watching. I hope to help you buy a home real soon. Thanks.